couple of those stacks, and it's like she just falls over in the breeze. It's actually sort of ridiculous. And, you know, I have to admit, this mid lane for DK going a lot better than we both thought. He's going to keep in par with S4. They're going to have a battle for the rune. Dragon Knight gets the double damage. Nice stun, but he gets off a Spirit Siphon. Now Met Pump comes around the backside. It'll be the end of the S4 Death Prophet. A little hyper-aggressive at that top rune spawn, and a nice rotation from the Venge will set it up.
Yeah, I guess the line. No, like, what are they going to do? So they end up just sending EGM.
It's going well for EGM, though. He just hit level 6. I think Abaddon, one of the better heroes to deal with that kind of kill lane in the Undying Tide, because they can't really kill the Abaddon unless he really messes up. Speaking of messing up, it's S4 in the mid. He gets stunned up. He gets brought down like a sack of bricks in the river. An easy kill for FlipSid, and Tame My Wild get credit for that one. He's going to try to transition this into a tier 1 tower push of his own. Akke, Invisibility Rune on. He's going to come around the backside. Not really sure what kind of an opening he's going to find, though.
If your Slark doesn't ever bring the Quill.
Well, he doesn't do jack shit, but for... in a vacuum, it's good for EGM. But you're right. I mean, I don't really understand the Abaddon pick in general here. Like, uh-oh, we're going to see the Primal Roar. There we go. Good rotation from the Bulldog. Metpum going to be chased down as well. He's already used his Magic Missile. I think they should be able to find this kill. Yep, Crypt Swarm will make it happen. TP in from Seneko. Soul Rip. Not going to be enough. He's going to have a few more decays. This is going to be a hard kill to get. They're going to have to commit deep for it, but they want it. Spirit Siphon, bringing him low. There's the decay. It's not enough. And Alliance get a huge team fight. 3 kills, all set up by Bulldog, even getting credit for that last one with the boar. Very nice stuff for this Dire squad. Much needed as well as they were starting to fall behind.
Yeah, Alliance just abusing this perfect timing to come in with something like stack stun.
6 scan from FlipSid. They see this smoke coming, and they guess it right.
Get out, though.
Ward comes down. Tame My Wild's just kind of hanging around. Primal Roar from Bulldog. Aphotic Shield to follow up. Quite a bit of burst damage. The Shotchlo now drops the Ravage. S4 getting low. That Exorcism not going to last long. Metpum getting low. It could still be an okay fight for Alliance. Shotchlo getting low off to the side. He'll be forced to back out. Akke tanking the zombies. Gets off a full duration freezing field. Barely healed up by EGM. They won Shotchlo. Oh boy, the Crystal Nova just falls short, and it's looking like a bad fight for Alliance after all. A 1 for 2 out of the gate, but it's not done yet. Abaddon will fall to the backside, and Akke will try to micro his way into the tree line, and it will not be successful. Going to end as a 1 for 4. A big deal maker there, of course, was the DP. S4 commits the ultimate and got very little value out of it. I think he had the Exorcism on for maybe 5 seconds.
Yeah, something like that, and just really nice execution there from the side of FlipSid, just baiting that out, and geez, I thought Team Mobile was gonna...
Absolutely, my friend. FlipSid in a pretty good spot now. 3,500, 4K net worth is their favor. They have knocked down a couple towers, but they're also just farming well in these lanes. Terrorblade getting a lot of momentum, and this Undying pick still working out pretty well. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. Missed that one down bottom. Primal Roar set up onto the Terrorblade. That's a sign of life for Alliance. Loda also did go back for a Midas. I think a smart choice here. He needed some sort of a recovery farming tool, and he got it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty acceptable showing up top for a little while there. And well, I mean, they see everyone else now at this point, but just through that rotation.
Whoa, what a swap on the Bulldog. Last second as that TP was about to complete. Magic Missile follow-up. Heal onto Metpum as well as a Ravage from Shotchlo. Bulldog still alive. Gets off a Primal Roar. Tame My Wild will come in and finish him off with a Breathe Fire. It's a pretty big commitment from FlipSid to only get a kill on Bulldog. They will transition this into a tier 1 tower push, of course.
That's a lot of heroes on the high ground.
Yep, here we go. How's this fight going to start, though? It's a Bulldog looking for the opening. S4 pops the ult. They go in onto Sedoy, but Seneko heals him up. Now the freezing field from Akke doing some pretty serious damage here. He's on the high ground. Seneko comes in to try to bring him down, but the damage is real. Terrorblade and Vengefall right away. Akke will probably die here. The slow actually keeps Seneko at bay. Oh my god, it's a 4-0 Alliance breaking this game wide open. You look at that damage done, and I reckon Akke is pretty high up there. 1,600 from this support Crystal Maiden. A brilliantly positioned ultimate gets them right back in this game. They're going to try to transition this into the north side. S4 now stunned. Tame My Wild can't connect with the Dragon Tail. Now they turn back onto Shotchlo. Primal Roar, if they can bring him down, it'd be huge. Swap allows him to get the Ravage off, but it doesn't connect on the whole team. Now Loda joins the party. Sedoy gets off the Sunder, but Loda goes into Dark Pact, and they should be able to kill him right after. It's Shadow Dance, not Dark Pact, but either way, he does survive, and FlipSid getting run down. Shotchlo slowed up, killed by the Crypt Swarm, and it looks like Seneko will be able to TP out, but another very convincing fight for Team Alliance. Bulldog with another great initiation. FlipSid forced to take that fight more on the defensive. A good swap.
So, solid plays from him.
This game now way in favor of Alliance. It's about a 7K net worth lead, and we could see another fight break out. Akke gets initiated on. Compliments of the tombstone. Metpum on the way in, looking for a stun. Will find it, but there's a lot of dire heroes nearby. They might get Akke, but they should be able to find a few counter kills. They'll get the tombstone as well as the undying. Now Metpum trying to make it out. Swap on one of the illusions. Cheeky little play there, but S4 on the hunt. Crypt Swarm connects. One more auto attack. They'll find it. And they trade 1 for 2, vastly in favor of Alliance. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Tame My Wild initiated on. Bulldog looking for a solo kill. Necro units might still be able to finish him off. Armlet toggle. But still, an interesting choice this game. We'll talk about it in a moment, though, as it looks like a fight could break out mid. They put down the Sentry Ward. Loda needs to be kind of careful here, but he's just going to go charging on in. Seneco taking a lot of damage to start. They've already had to use the swap. Now Tame My Wild, caught by the Primal Roar, but the counter Ravage from Shotchlo, it's not going to be enough. They've lost the Dragon Knight. S4 not taking any damage at this point, doing so much with the Exorcism. They'll bring down the Tide Hunter, and the rest of FlipSid are in full retreat. The Atos slowing down Venge. No way for Metpum to get out. They're just going to let him go. Bulldog has his set sight on the high-value prize of Sedoy. He does still have a Sunder. Maybe can get it off to turn this around, but the silence comes out. Oh my god, right after the Manta. Perfect timing from S4. It'll be an entire team wipe just about. Vengeful Spirit being chased down by Crystal Maiden. Akke will secure the kill. What a fight for Alliance. Long and drawn out, but boy do they reap the benefits. Nearly 3,500 net worth exchanged.
Yeah, that fight took so long that Undying's almost respawned along with Tide Hunter and DK, but I think Alliance will still be happy with a 5-man wipe here. Heading up to the high ground. Akke set on another 2K gold after that solo pick, man. He's having a hell of a game.
Tame My Wild. Maybe FlipSid just go all in with a 5-man. I'm not sure what they're doing right now. Shotchlo's already checked out. He's just working out. Guardian Greaves now picked up by the Abaddon. Here's the initiation. Bulldog caught by the Blink Dragon tail. All right, and they get a pick on the Beastmaster. That's a small consolation after losing your mid lane of barracks after such a disastrous fight. They do get 2K net worth out of it, but still.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, a little bit of delay Alliance head.
Yep, and they will hold the Exorcism. Radiant have no firm intel, but Dire, they certainly know. S4 comes charging out of the pit. Ravage used only on 2. S4 still at about half health. Tame My Wild comes in. He gets off the Yules after the swap. It's a chaotic fight with BKBs popped aplenty, but S4 will be the first casualty. Roche still dies to Alliance. It's Loda that gets the Aegis. EGM just barely survives. He's already used his borrowed time. Again, Akke getting a decent ultimate off. It does get interrupted this time, but still, he does a fair bit of damage. All 5 still alive for FlipSid. It's looking like a good hold for now. They've brought down the Aegis, Loda BKBs, but it won't be enough to save him. He doesn't have a Shadow Dance. It's 3 down on the side of Alliance, and FlipSid, they completely bust this wide open. They're going to look for objectives down the mid lane. It's a pretty serious net worth swing of about 6K.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they're going to go blow for blow in the jungle. It's Tame My Wild that's got all the friends nearby. He exercises for this. Wow. S4 feeling confident. He's just going to try and make as much space as possible as his team goes for the base, and he's actually doing an absurd amount of damage. Spirit Siphon's coming aplenty. He kills the Dragon Knight. It's actually S4 versus the world. He will die, but look at the enemy base. They've gotten a tier 3 tower down bottom. Sedoy pops the BKB, but takes a Primal Roar right away, and meanwhile up top, Loda as well as EGM are just going for the melee barracks, slow and steady. The rat plays from Alliance are real as Sedoy gets locked down in the bottom lane. Terrorblade will fall. He does have a buyback. DK doesn't. And they could potentially get Mega'd here. On the other side of the fight, Shotchlo and Metpum not winning the battle against EGM and Loda. In fact, they'll actually lose Shotchlo. He has a Ravage available, but no buyback. What a misplay from FlipSid. Their base now completely crippled. Top lane of barracks destroyed. One last fight to seal the deal. Maybe waiting for the Exorcism to come up. 25 seconds as Loda, he's hunting around. He finds Shotchlo. Say goodnight to your Kraken Shell. BKBs used. It's Loda that's going to pop his. Almost bringing him down. Misses the pounce. Come on, Loda. You can do it. He sure will. Now the Shadow Dance comes out to reset things. He's got teammates inbound. Silence on to Tame My Wild. They're still looking to pursue. Now Tame My Wild uses his BKB. Oh, no. That's not how you want to do it. S4, though, gets swapped. He's got a Yules. He's got an Exorcism. He'll turn as he pops the ult. Metpum slowed down, hit by the Spirit Siphon. Tame My Wild without a BKB will try to fight on the high ground, but S4 taking huge damage from Sedoy. Yule's Scepter buys him a little bit of time, but it's not enough. This Terrorblade actually doing a lot of work here. He's going to get a kill on Akke, but now Bulldog comes in. Primal Roar, they get the kill. All 4 dead on FlipSid do not have a buyback, and they'll just call it. Their base starting to get pushed in. They get completely wiped. A climactic final fight as Alliance take the game and the series 30-19.
On the flip side, they certainly played a better game than I think a lot of people would have expected against Alliance, and they won 20 minutes of Dota today, and it was the first 10 minutes of both games, and so they can, they can take that, but unfortunately...